Hi guys, it's Jazz1122 here, and I'm here for the reading for the Geminis out there for October 14th through October 20th. I just want to say thank you guys for all your likes, your comments, and to all my new subscribers, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here, and thank you guys so much for helping me reach 5K. I greatly appreciate that, guys. And if you would like a one-question email reading from me, I will have all the details in the description box below. And as my usual disclaimer that this reading does not resonate, it's okay because these are general readings. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Gemini for October 14th through the 20th. We have the Death card here. So with the Death card, I feel like you guys are letting something transform, or I feel like you guys are completely ending something. And I feel like it could have been something very ugly. You know, it's like you see all the death around, but at the end of the day, it's still making way for something else. You know, we cannot have new beginnings without endings, and we can't have endings without beginnings. So it's kind of like in the place of the Death card. Yes, it may not be the greatest thing to look at, the greatest thing to feel, but I feel like you know that this is necessary. Maybe the universe stepped in to help this death process along. See, the universe only steps in when we don't have the strength ourselves. And a lot of times we could be like, why is this happening to me? But we don't realize how the universe have gave us multiple opportunities to take matters into our own hands. Because this is also Pluto energy. And one thing I will say is I had my experience with Pluto energy, and I will not put myself in that situation again because Pluto is brutal. Like, it's like, that's actually how I was scared to quit my job. You know, I was like, I can't make this decision. I'm scared. Pluto was squaring my midhaven, y'all. I ain't have no choice. I got fired. It was just. But prior to that, for months, it was in my spirit, Jazz, it's time to go. Jazz, it's time to go. And I was like, no, no, no. If I just keep going, and then Pluto came through with the death. I didn't have a choice, and it was way uglier. It was unexpected, and I was out of my power. But if I just would have trusted my intuition, it wouldn't have went like that. So maybe there's a situation in your life that the death had to be way more uglier than it would have been because you may have been reluctant to let go of something. And we have the Eight of Swords reversed. I feel like, yeah, you were in your head about this decision and you weren't moving, Gemini. So, especially with Pluto direct too, and we have Mercury in Scorpio, we have Venus in Scorpio. Also, I feel like it's just in this energy where things are moving forward, and it's time for things to end that are long overdue. And I don't know what this situation is. Could be a person, place, or thing. But it was something where you just stayed in the Eight of Swords upright. You didn't want to look at the decision. You didn't want to move. It was just like, I just want to stay right here. I'm not ready. And then the universe came and said, Gemini, you're ready. It's time to make this decision. So it's going to look ugly, but it's for your benefit. And I feel like deep down, when this transformation takes place, you knew that it was necessary. It's just when you reach that moment, it's just like, wow. A lot of times when we try to prolong the pain, we usually put ourselves through more pain. And I was talking about we usually put ourselves through more pain. So with what I see here, Gemini, it could have been in terms of a person that you may have been refusing to let go of. And this quote I used to see back in the day. I don't really see it anymore, but sorry, I just had to fix my cards. But it was a saying that God will allow someone to keep hurting you until you have no choice but to let go. That's what I feel this situation is. It took maybe a third party, some deceptions, a stab right in the heart, to the point that you had no choice but to let this go. And that's what I was saying. Maybe you knew it was time to let this person go, but you weren't ready. Maybe you was fearful, and maybe you were trying to force the situation to work, and then you got hurt. I've been there too. Like, when I do these readings, I see so much of my experiences in these cards too. And I see the pain that I put myself through. If I just would have made certain decisions when it was in my power, I wouldn't have felt the way that I felt. So I started to realize I put myself through extra pain. Like, none of these people had to hurt me to the extent that they did. It was my choice to stay there. And that's hard. That's why a lot of people like to point the finger all the time, because it's easy. It's hard to look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, you put yourself in that situation. You knew deep down it was over, but you kept going and going, and the universe put this Three of Swords to the point that you had no choice, because death was here. So let's see why the Death card is here. Ace of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. So with the Ace of Cups, it was time for a renewal of your self-worth, Gemini. This situation was bringing the worst out of you. Maybe you looked in the mirrors like you couldn't even recognize yourself anymore, but you just wanted this person so bad to be in your life. And this is what I see every day in the comments. People losing their minds over somebody. It bothers me, because it's like, but I get it. But then again, it's like, even if you try to tell some people, they're not going to listen, because they're so stubborn on the fact it's just like, I want this person, I want this person, I want this person. I still would take them if they lie to me. I still would take them if they disrespect me. I still would take them if they don't show up for me, just to have them in my life. But you have to ask yourself, look at what you're doing to yourself, man. Look at what you're putting yourself through. You deserve better than that. Don't ever allow anyone to put you in that predicament. You deserve love. Yes, you may love this person, but is it really love? Do they love you? Scratch that. Do you love yourself? And I feel like with this death, you're going to realize that you lost yourself with this person. And know the process isn't going to be easy to pick up the pieces. But the Knight of Pentacles is here to say, take it day by day. Put your armor on. Get back up. Don't allow this person to take your power away. That you lower who you are. To make them happy. To keep them there. This is what I've realized I've done a lot in my relationship. So I speak from experience, man. I used to do that. I used to try to change myself. I used to accept people, crumbs of love, just to have them in my life. And I looked at myself and I said, I can't believe I did that to myself. That person didn't do nothing to me. I did it to myself. And I had to find the strength within me and say, why? Why do I feel okay with accepting this? Why am I so desperate for someone to love me despite how many times they hurt me and let me down? And with the Queen of Cups, I feel like it's time to get back to who you are, Gemini. You are powerful. I feel like you even shut off your intuition when it came to this situation with this person as well. Your intuition, your soul is going to lead the way of every step you need to take from this step forward. But the universe said no more. We're not doing this. We're not watching you cry over this person anymore. We're not watching you allow yourself to be run by someone else, and while they take all your love and you're left with nothing. So let's see why the Eight of Swords is here, reversed. The Ten of Swords. Four of Wands. Yeah. Page of Swords. This was a real terrible ending, man. But I feel like you couldn't prevent the inevitable. This was inevitable. No matter did you want to put the blindfold on to the truth about the situation, it was ending. And it was that more brutal. You got the Death, the Ten of Swords, and the Three of Swords. The truth is, this union has run its course. The more you chase after something, the more it runs away. And the more you run away for yourself. It's time to start thinking about yourself. And also, it doesn't help if you're looking at this person's social media. It doesn't help if you have mutual friends and you're asking about them. It doesn't help if you also do tarot cards and you're asking the universe 20 times how this person feels about you. I don't know why I feel the need to say that. But it's time to pull yourself together and realize your worth. And no more trying to figure out what's going on with this person or communicating with this person to figure out why they left or why they did this or why they did that. All you can know is that it happened. And all you can do is to pick up the pieces and move forward. So let's see why the Three of Pentacles, not the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Swords is here. The Three of Pentacles. That's funny. I said the Three of Pentacles and it came out. Sorry. Seven of Pentacles. I think that's pretty cool how that happens. And the Nine of Cups. Let me tell you the beauty in this. The universe is saying, I know it hurts right now. But if you stay focused on your path, Gemini, and you rebuild, you're at the 7. This person, you know how in this deck, it has like the contamination of the leaves and stuff and it's brown? This person was holding you back more than you think it was. So I feel like this pain hurt right now, but the universe is like, you ain't seen nothing yet. This person was staying in your life. You think you were in a worse position now? See, when endings hurt like that, can you imagine what it would have been in another way? If that was brutal, can you imagine down the line? That probably would have definitely traumatized you. So this was the best way. So this person doing this set you free to help you see yourself and continue to work on yourself. And then you're going to see it, that this was a wish come true. So Geminis, I hope you guys appreciate this reading, and I'll catch you guys next week.